So there's a few articles that have been released. I'm going to start with the launch prep, and I'm going to go on to the launch release notes in a second. But this says, with early access and launch rapidly approaching, we know many guilds and players and player communities are eager to coordinate, pick a world, and prepare for arrival in Solicium. By the way, if I'm saying this wrong, don't butcher me. I'm already butchering it. Anyways. In this article, we'll discuss server structure, provide a list of worlds, detail the specific launch timings, and clarify some questions we've seen from Throne Liberty community. This goes on to the early access and full launch servers. We saw some questions from the community regarding how early access servers and full launch servers are planned to work and interact with each other. Our goal is to design a system that provides non-early access users the same fresh server opportunity as early access players. Please refer to the TL Business Model What to Expect article for more information. After the launch release notes, I'll open that up too. Early access servers are the set of servers that open on the September 26th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Before launch on October 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, or before the launch of October 1st at the 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is the official launch. After the full launch on October 1st, all new servers opening will be part of the full launch server group. We want to provide some additional clarity on how these servers will work, so here's a quick summary with more specifics below the following items. Once both groups of servers are live, players can create new characters on early access or full launch servers at any time, subject to the population caps. If you begin playing at the full launch and want to join your friends on an early access server, you may create a character on there on October 1st, regardless of whether or not you purchased an early access pack. Players can transfer from full launch servers to open early access servers at any time. We will offer limited time free transfers to all players from September 6th through October 17th. Early access servers will eventually have their transfer restriction lifted. Early access and launch server transfer details. At the full launch on October 1st, we will temporarily restrict characters from transferring off of early access servers to the launch servers. Players on the full launch servers can transfer subject to space availability to either early access or other full launch servers without restrictions. We plan to remove the early access tags and let players apply to transfer from early access to full launch servers when the time is right. Our team will work to determine the optimal time based on player feedback and data. We know the players are interested in this date, and as we get a feel for how the population has been distributed following the launch, we will update you with a planned timeline. Limited free server transfers. We know that launches can be a hectic time for MMO communities between queues, coordinating with guilds or friends, or finding new communities after launch. It can be hard to find the right server to call home. To help you find the optimal server to call home, we are providing players the ability to claim up to 2 free server transfer tickets per day, beginning with early access and running through October 17th. Please note that free transfer tickets will expire 24 hours after claiming to avoid players stockpiling. During the free transfer period, you can transfer to eligible realms as frequently as you like, subject to the number of tickets claimed. Please be mindful when transferring. If you transfer off a server, there is no guarantee you will be able to transfer back to that server if it reaches its population cap. During the free transfer period, there is no transfer cooldown. After October 17th, server transfer tickets will be needed to be acquired with Lucent, which is a paid currency, and server transfers will be set to a 30-day cooldown. Population caps. Throne and Liberty early access and full launch servers will have a maximum capacity of characters who can enter the server at any given time to help ensure stability. As a result, servers with high population will likely have queues at launch. To mitigate queues, we will lock high population servers from allowing new characters to be created. All existing characters can continue to log in. We will announce when character creation locks and being implemented on high population servers, and when they will be unlocked. If a server has been unlocked, reaches the population cap again, it will be relocked. We hope that you are able to use the free server transfers to find the optimal server to call home for you and your community. Now this goes on to the server list. We will be releasing server names ahead of time to ensure that you'll have time to coordinate with your friends and guild members. It is important for our team to establish servers with healthy populations, and each region will launch with a minimum of 2 servers to choose from. So each region will have 2 servers that you can choose from. We plan to open new servers as the existing servers reach their population caps. We have prepared many servers ready to be opened instantly should demand require, and share the names for the first ones will open below. For PlayStation players, each region will feature one PlayStation only server, which PlayStation players will be able to view at early access and launch. At early access and full launch, we'll have servers in 5 regions: North America NA East, North America NA West, South America East, Europe Central, and Asian Pacific / Northeast for Tokyo. Now, I believe these are the servers that are going to be released. For NA East, it says Castleton, Laslan, Amos, Chernobog. Again, if I'm butchering these, just sorry. And Carnix. Next available will be Magna, Zeroth, and Stellarite. The servers that are going to be available instantly on the full launch for NA East are Morokai, Helpy, Benediction, Wisperion, Lottie. The next available are Oath, Sanctuary, and Draco Refit. I don't know. For NA West, this is the server that I'm going to be getting on. There's Lunar, Sanctum, and Crimson, with the next available being Camer, Lucas, and Melvin. Available instantly at launch on October 1st will be Henry, Clay, and Soulfire, and next available will be Tiago, Veron, and Asher. If you're in the SA South America East, it'll be early access Legion, Vengeance, and Da Vinci. Next available Brundell, Camilla, and Edwin. For full launch, it'll be Berserk, Citadel, Glacio, and the next available are Grace, Felix, and Morin. If you're on EU Central, then it will be a long list of these: Lightbringer, Khazar, Conquest, Ember, Zenith, Talus, Wraith, and Bellendir will all be early access available instantly, with the next being Ezekiel, Quillix, and Lycan. Full launch October for EU Central will have Vortex, Penance, Starfall, Torrent, Adriana, Cornelius, Excavator, Benny, and the next available is Archon, and Basilisk. For the AP, as well as the Asian and the, Asian Northeast and Pacific, you will be getting the Stormbringer and Leviathan servers, as well as next available Silaveth, Adentus, Kawazan, and the full launch will have Salvation, Alexia, and next available Aridas, Tyon, and Bailey. Now these are the last two for this article. Auction house clusters. Auction houses will be clustered to combine a region's auction houses together. Let's use the NA East region as an example. Auction houses on the early access servers in the NA East region will be clustered together. So that means all the NA East early access servers will go through the same auction house cluster. At launch, full launch servers will be separately clustered from early access to ensure fairness. In the future, we will consolidate auction houses, resulting in early access and full launch clusters joining together while still contained within the same region. So in the future, they're planning to combine the early access servers and the launch servers auction houses, but they're not going to do it immediately. Looking ahead, we're excited for you to set foot in Solusium and begin your adventure on September 26th for early access and October 1st for the full launch. Interested in early access on September 26th, check out the early access packs. Our next server related article will include details around the preload experience for Throne and Liberty, stay tuned to our website and social channels for more information as we head towards the launch. We'll see you in Silicium soon. So really quick, let's just go check out these early access packs. And I'm going to pull up this as well. So the early access packs, they basically come with a lot of cosmetics. It says join the battle in Silicium to claim the throne 5 days before launch with an early access pack available now. Early access packs are brimming with a variety of cosmetics and currency rewards to help you begin your adventure in Silicium in style. Kickstart your path to greatness. Any of the packs secure early access into Throne and Liberty 5 days before launch. Please note that early access to Throne and Liberty on Xbox Series XS requires the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or Xbox Game Pass Core sold separately. Find the unique cosmetics showcased below along with the contents of each early access pack. If you're interested in purchasing them, you can go to the shop page. They also have them on Steam directly if you're playing through Steam on the computer. So I'm going to skip through that because we're going to check that in a second. The cosmetic showcase, they have some videos here, but I'm just going to go through this really quick. Each of the 3 early access packs include a blend of the Shadow and Radiant cosmetic collections. The full collections are showcased in the following video. Yeah, if you want to click through here, then the link is playthroneandliberty.com, all one word, no spaces, no dashes, /en-us/news/articles/early-access-packs-available-now. But you can find it just through going to their main website and clicking through. The early access standard pack is going to include the Radiant Swan Flight Morph, the Shadow Lion Dash Morph, and the Radiant Otter Swim Morph, along with the Radiant Lulu Amitoi. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. It's the little pet that you have with you. And the Explorer title, along with 5 days prior to launch getting early access. The Early Access Deluxe Pack will have you getting the same 5 days prior to launch early access, but you'll get the Shadow Knight outfit, the Radiant Swan Flight Morph, the Shadow Lion and Radiant Wolf Dash Morphs, the Radiant Otter Swim Morph, the Shadow Mischief, and the Radiant Lulu Little Pets. Right here. The Explorer and Adventurous Pioneer titles, and 500 Lucent, which is the pay currency. The Ultimate Pack, oh, by the way, this is $40. I believe this is 60, 70, or 80, I don't remember exactly. And the Ultimate Pass is $100. Starting your adventure 5 days before launch and prepare to attack by land, air, and sea with the Ultimate Early Access Pack. You'll get both the exclusive Shadow Knight and Radiant outfits, the Shadow Wyvern and Radiant Swan Flight Morphs, the Shadow Lion and Radiant Wolf Dash Morphs, the Shadow Shark and Radiant Otter Swim Morphs, the Shadow Mischief and Radiant Lulu Amitoi, the pets, the Explorer, Adventurous Pioneer, and Trailblazer of Silicium titles, and the Take the Throne emote, along with 1,000 Lucent. Early access packs can be purchased until the full launch date, at which point they will no longer be available for purchase. Players who purchase the standard or deluxe early access packs can upgrade to a higher tier before Throne and Liberty's full launch. If you're interested in purchasing, check the shop page, like I said before, or hop onto the Steam, because Steam has them available. This is just something talking about the open beta that happened beforehand. So now, really quickly going on to the business model. This is a long business model explanation. So Amazon Games and NCSoft are excited to bring you Throne and Liberty in the coming months to the road of launch. Our teams will strive to keep you informed and up to date. It is important to us that we are open, communicative, and transparent about what is to come. You may have some questions about how the in-game store and economy will work in the region supported by Amazon Games. While some of the specifics may change as development discussions continue, we want to provide an early overview of the key aspects of the game's business model, economy, leveling, and battle passes, along with aesthetics. So This says our values. As our team worked with NCSoft to develop the business model for Throne and Liberty's release, we identified three tenets that embody our values, guide our decision making, and serve as the business model's foundation. Player self-expression is paramount. Combat and power upgrades will be accessible to all players, and purchasing items from our in-game shop must feel rewarding but never necessary. Those are three really good things, by the way. The key systems. Learn about in-game terms and systems that form the core of the game's economy and business model. Below the overviews and introductions of these systems, a more detailed section with specific changes can be found that dives farther into the auction house and in-game passes available for purchase, and some of the Amazon Games updates. Differences that players may notice between the Amazon Games service region and the other versions of Throne and Liberty, such as the Korean one, that will take place in those systems. Currency overview. There are three primary currencies in Throne and Liberty. Lucent. Players can acquire Lucent by purchasing it with real-world money, earning it through specific PvP encounters such as Castle Sieges and tax delivery events, or by selling eligible items on the auction house, which means that free-to-play players can earn this Lucent without putting money into the game. Additional opportunities for acquiring Lucent may be added in the future. Solent. Players can acquire Solent in the game through a variety of activities. It is primarily used for in-game goods from NPC vendors and is needed to execute tasks like crafting gear, upgrading gear, and engaging with other key systems. Ornamental coins. Players can acquire ornamental coins through special in-game activities such as collecting lore books and promotional events such as Twitch drops. Ornamental coins can also be earned, or may also be earned through in-game events and the Battle Pass free track. There will be a shop for players to spend their ornamental coins that offers a mix of cosmetics and progression items. The Auction House introduction. The Auction House is a hub for player-driven economy within Throne and Liberty, where players can trade items and gear with each other. The economy in Throne and Liberty is a little different from other MMOs. Trades on the Auction House will use Lucent, aka the paid currency. The Auction House allows players to earn Lucent without spending any real-world money. Lucent earned through the Auction House can be spent on any purchase in-game that requires Lucent. Paid and earned Lucent can be spent in the same way. We would like to note that the Auction House is a work in progress. You may see iterations on the in-game economy as we work with NCSoft to refine the systems. Find a further deep dive into specifics of the Auction House below the overview section that covers nuances and other details of the system. The passes introduction. To accommodate different playstyles, we've developed two passes that players can opt to purchase. Both types of passes will have a free and premium track, which can be obtained in exchange for Lucent. The Leveling Pass, a one-time purchase per character that delivers an earnable stream of materials and items to enhance leveling in Throne and Liberty. There is much to explore in Silicium, and some players may want to experience it faster. The Leveling Pass does not provide any exclusive power-related items. The Battle Pass is a recurring seasonal, roughly every month, purchase sold on a per character basis that delivers a combination of new aesthetic rewards, crafting materials, items, and various in-game currencies in exchange for completing specific daily, weekly, and seasonal missions. Although Battle Passes might change from season to season, we are committed to ensuring that each Battle Pass provides generous value and rewards. The in-game store and cosmetics overview. The in-game store will allow players to purchase Lucent for real-world money. The in-game store will also sell various forms of cosmetics, including outfits, morphs, Amitoy, emotes, and more. And again, this is the pets. Items purchased from the in-game store cannot be traded on the auction house. Beautiful visuals are paramount to Throne and Liberty, and character outfits are no exception. We are committed to delivering a variety of outfit visuals to allow players to express their own player fantasy style. We'll start with a handful of options, and throughout the game's lifespan, increase the offerings, including completely new styles. Please note, purchasable outfits and purely cosmetic and will not provide any player power enhancement of any kind. A portion of character outfits will feature options to further customize your appearance, styles, dyes, or patterns, or some of the additional options we ensure you having the ability to showcase your unique style in Silicium. The Amazon Games update. The in-game store will not have solent food or potion consumables. The consumables for cosmetics such as dyes and sewing thread are still available. This is the early access overview. We've already gone through this. This is just a system deep dive, really diving into the specifics of Throne and Liberty auction houses and passes, along with regional changes we've collaborated with NCSoft to develop. So for this, the auction house is the hub of player-driven economy with Throne and Liberty, or within Throne and Liberty, where players can trade items and gear with each other. Trades on the auction house use the premium in-game currency Lucent, allowing players to trade goods with other players in exchange for Lucent. Lucent earned through the auction house can be used anywhere in the game, including the in-game shop, the battle pass, and the leveling pass. This means that players who choose not to purchase Lucent for real-world money can still earn Lucent by selling items through the auction house, and use that Lucent to purchase any of the game's offerings. The auction house has a two-tier tax system. First, there is a system tax that removes a flat percentage of Lucent from each transaction. Second, the auction house has a tax system where a portion of the tax is set by the guild that owns the castle. This additional tax rate can be set by the castle owner within a certain range. Any trades that take place will have some of the castle tax distributed to various PvP elements that can be earned by guilds and distributed to their guild members along as another avenue to earn Lucent by playing the game. The current events for earning this tax are the Castle Siege and Tax Delivery event, with additional exciting activities on the horizon. In the Castle Siege, guilds can earn Lucent through various methods, not just by winning the overall siege. We will cover further nuisances later on in an in-depth article on Castle Sieges. Only items listed by players can be purchased. This means that top-end gear is likely to be very limited, especially in the early game when guilds are vying for control and keeping the best in-slot gear for themselves. This also means that the total number of people who have top-end gear is always limited to the total number of times an item has been dropped. Only base-level gear can be listed on the auction house. Any gear that has been advanced or upgraded in any way is not eligible to be listed for sale. Gear obtained from instanced content such as co-op dungeons and guild raids are also not eligible to be listed in the auction house. This means players must still play and upgrade their gear in order to reach its highest gear level, even if they acquire gear from the auction house. There are 4 major progression tracks that influence a player's power. Learn how the auction house interacts with these systems to balance empowering players through the in-game economy while ensuring players need to engage with the game in order to progress. So you won't just be able to buy Lucent and then buy the top gear. You'll still need to do a lot of stuff through it. We're almost done here. Weapon mastery you cannot purchase anything on the auction house that increases your weapon mastery. Skills require training books in order to enhance, and training books cannot be purchased directly on the auction house. Training books can be acquired as rewards through gameplay or crafted at the skills researcher NPC. Crafting a training book requires 2 materials, a gem and a parchment. Gems can be acquired through the auction house. Parchment is not available on the auction house. And can only be earned through playing the game. The gear score increasing your gear score requires an item called growth stones. Growth stones cannot be purchased directly on the auction house. Growth stones can be acquired as rewards through gameplay or crafted at the weapons, armors, and accessories crafter NPC. Crafting a growth stone requires 3 materials, a gem, magic powder, and a crystal. Gems can be purchased directly through the auction house. Magic powder can be purchased indirectly through the auction house by purchasing gear and dissolving it to receive magic powder, and crystals can only be earned through playing the game and are not available for purchase on the auction house. Gear traits. Increasing your gear traits requires you to enhance your existing gear with another piece of gear that is the same type with the same trait. For example, if you want to upgrade a sword with the hit trait to increase the hit amount, you need another sword that has its hit plus trait. You can also increase gear traits with trait extracts. Trait extracts allow a player to extract the trait value of a particular item and sell it on the auction house. This is useful when a player has acquired a piece of gear that cannot be listed on the auction house. If you extract the trait, it will destroy the item but allow you to still sell the trait itself. The Leveling Pass. This is a one-time purchase per character that delivers an earnable stream of material and items to enhance leveling in Throne of Liberty. The Leveling Pass provides players with cosmetics, solent, progression materials, and other valuable items. It is intended to enhance the player's journey from level 1 to level 50. The Leveling Pass will have both a free track that all players can enjoy along with a paid track. Everything other than the cosmetics found in the Leveling Pass are earnable through the normal gameplay. Players can unlock rewards at each level and by completing specific in-game content relevant to their character level. The Amazon Games update is that the Leveling Pass purchase price has been reduced and is now purchasable with Lucent instead of real-world money, allowing players to free-to-play and still acquire the pass. The Battle Pass is a monthly purchase sold on per character basis that delivers a combination of new aesthetic rewards, crafting materials, items, and various in-game currency in exchange for completing specific daily, weekly, and seasonal challenges. The Battle Pass will refresh roughly each month at launch. Each Battle Pass has both a free track and a premium track that can be unlocked with Lucent. The pass contains a combination of cosmetics, Solent, Battle Pass shop points, in-game materials, and consumables. The Battle Pass point shop is accessible to all players, and items can be purchased as soon as you gain the Battle Pass shop points. Once a character achieves the maximum Battle Pass, they will convert any additional Battle Pass EXP into Battle Shop points. The shop the shop contains rotating rewards and offers such as other cosmetics and items to help you with progression. The Battle Pass point shop The Battle Pass point shop is accessible by all players, not just those who purchase the premium Battle Pass. Free players can earn pass points at the same rate as paying players. The Amazon game updates for this is that they added additional cosmetics to the Battle Pass track. In addition, they updated the final reward cosmetics to a premium level outfit. The Battle Pass purchase price has been reduced and is now purchasable Lucent instead of reward money, allowing players to free to play and still acquire the pass, and added additional Battle Pass shop points into the free track for the Battle Pass so it can be earned prior to completing the entire Battle Pass. We removed premium only quests and rewards, allowing all players the same amount of access to the Battle Pass EXP. For the Blessing of Silicium, for those of you that have played on the Korean servers or watch content creators, you might be familiar with the Blessing of Silicium. This is an optional purchase which provides a variety of benefits to the player. Blessing of Silicium will not be available in the regions supported by Amazon Games at launch. As we continue to evaluate, this offering needs to change to serve the needs of our players. Okay, sorry, that was a bit long. So now we have this, which is the team update, the launch release notes. This was released today, 9/17/2024. A wealth of stories, experiences, and adventures are quickly approaching. The gates of Silicium opening for early access on 26th and full launch on October 1st. With release on the horizon, we wanted to take a moment to share some important information regarding Throne of Liberty. Below, you'll find a letter from our team discussing our vision for the future and learn about launch build updates, the differences between open beta and the launch version of Throne of Liberty. Let's dive in. The team letter says, over the past year and a half, we've been letting the voice of the players show us the way. We've been working hand in hand with NCSoft at every turn to test the game, gathering player feedback, analyzing it, and using it to help guide our development. Extensive revisions have reshaped the game considerably since its initial launch in Korea last December. Since then, the leveling process has been overhauled for better pacing as you first begin your journey into Silicium. We've introduced a better education and guide system to help players learn the game, better pacing for system introductions, and a variety of engaging quest types beyond simple monster slaying. Gear progression has improved, with higher tiers now granting meaningful power increases and a more generous reward structure during the leveling journey and beyond. Combat and build diversity has been a major focus with the introduction of skill specialization for deep customization. An increased skill cap of 24 active abilities per weapon combo, armor sets with passive bonuses, and an option to customize camera smoothing, and an overhauled combat system featuring skill shots and permanent crowd control breakers. Controller player Controller play has been revamped with improved camera controls streamlined for skill execution. We've made strides in enhancing fairness and balance for PvP with iterations to dynamic events, guild alliance restrictions, power scaling in lower level zones, and the introduction of 1v1 conquest battles to foster an even playing field. Additionally, some crafting materials have been made non-tradable to improve fairness. We've increased drop rates in several content areas to help with solo progression and improve the distribution of Lucent rewards across various activities. Throne and Liberty will launch with a vast variety of new new modes, features, and content. We've added a new PvP mode with a 3v3 arena and brought PvE content to parity with PvP through the introduction of co-op dungeons and the Gate of Infinity, as well as the Amoitoi expeditions. Lifestyle activities like fishing and cooking, and a dedicated photo mode. We've also made quality of life improvements, such as clustering auction houses across servers to improve economic stability, improved looting rules, cross-server party matching, and the removal of experience and debuff penalties on death. These changes are just some of the examples of things we've been improving by listening to your feedback, and we are not done yet. Our goal is to build a world that constantly evolves based on your experiences. We've already witnessed significant transformations from the Korean launch to now, guided by your participation and feedback. This evolution will continue post-launch as we pour everything into crafting a special MMO experience. Your needs and preferences will steer our course, shaping the game's future with each update. That is very true. The launch build updates. For those who played in the open beta, find a list of major changes from your last journey into Silicium compared to the version you'll soon be experiencing during early access and the full launch. Before early access begins, we will also release a team update granting a first look into the content you can expect to arrive after launch, along with our approach to rolling out key updates after the gates of Throne and Liberty are open. New content, skill specialization. A system that expands combat and build diversity. The system includes over 250 specializations across all skills that allow for deep customization to add upgrades or even to change the skill entirely. Lifestyle content. Fishing. Use of a fishing rod and bait next to a body of, or use a fishing rod and bait next to a body of water. Fish that are caught can be used within recipes needed for the cooking lifestyle content. Fishing also provides a small chance to obtain bags that have greater rewards. Cooking. Players are able to craft food with special effects using cooking ingredients obtained through hunting, gathering, fishing, and purchasable from NPCs. Players also have the ability to cook feasts, which provide buffs for the entire party. Wow. The Amitoi expeditions. Players can now send their Amitoi on expeditions to gather various items useful for player growth and the new cooking system. Collecting various Amitoi will allow you to tailor the Amitoi you send on each expedition, with certain Amitoi increasing chances of rewards for different expeditions. Weekly missions. Each week, a series of missions is available to play across a variety of content. Rewards for completed missions can be checked at the start of the following week, and players can choose one reward from the available options. Dynamic Event Co-op. In this new version of Dynamic Events, players will work together to achieve a common goal and progress to the next stage of the event. If all stages are completed, a boss will be summoned for all the players to defeat. The 3v3 Arena. A new instance PvP 3v3 arena mode has been added. Players may enter through solo queue or party queue, and to enter the party queue, players must be in a party of exactly 3. Leveling, progression, and gear. For players who finish all the content in a chapter of the Adventure Codex before reaching the recommended level for the next chapter, additional guidance on supplementary content will be provided to help them continue progressing their character level. This will help prompt the player to complete contracts, work on the Exploration Codex, or participate in co-op dungeons. Adjusted the timing for several quests to better distribute when systems are introduced in response to player feedback that too many systems were being introduced too early. Adjusted the milestone system pacing to find a balance that serves both hardcore and less hardcore audiences. During open beta, leveling was sped up to allow players more time to test endgame content. These changes have been reverted to ensure that the leveling speed and power regression will be at the intended pace for launch. They also updated the minimum level to engage with the auction house from 15 to 40. There is a lot of item updates right here, including weapon updates and stuff like that, along with skill updates and player character controls for cameras. I'm gonna end this right here, and if you are interested in the item updates or stuff like that, leave me a comment and I'll go into specifics on all of this, as well as the skills and everything else. Yeah, we've already read this, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope this was informative and helpful for you guys. Like I said, if you want to read any of this yourself, you can go to playthroneandliberty.com. It's just no spaces, no dashes, just playthroneandliberty.com. I will also have a link in the Discord for anyone that's trying to go straight to these notes. Thank you.